excuse me, hello and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Pen. And today I'm doing a recipe that I have done once before, but I've never posted it onto YouTube because I wanted to try it first. And it's something that I had when we went to the Toby carvery a few weeks back, and it was basically layered potatoes and butternut squash in a garlic cream stock, and then it was baked. So I have got some butternut squash that I have peeled and I have sliced on my mandolin, and I'll just show you my mandolin. It is here, guard, no problem at all, nice and safe to use this all the time. So I've got some butternut squash that I have peeled and sliced. I've got some potatoes that I have peeled and I've sliced those on the mandolin too, and they're the same thickness. I've also got some onion that I've sliced on the mandolin for the same thickness. I do have some garlic that I didn't use the mandolin for because I couldn't find my little mandolin, but I've cut that fairly thin. Okay, so there you go. So I've got a buttered dish here. I've got those ingredients. I've got my stock, and I'm going to add just a little cream to this stock, and I'm going to give it a jolly good stir so that it's all combined. Delicious. Right, shall I? No, don't do it, Penny, don't do it. That's it. I didn't lick the spoon. The temptation was there, believe me. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the cream in with the stock like so. And now I need to bring you down so that you can see what I'm doing. Right, I've done that and I've finished with a layer of potatoes, and now I'm just going to pour, I may need a little bit more actually, this cream and vegetable stock over the top. No, that's okay. Yeah, that's about right. And now that just needs to stand for about 20 minutes or so, just to start soaking up all the goodness that is in there, and we'll be back when it's time to cook. Right then, I have got my oven preheating at 180 and I've left a baking tray in there so that should this overflow, it will flow onto the tray rather than the base of the oven. And I have just covered it in, what's it called? Tin foil. This is going to bake. I've got my total time for 50 minutes, and I'm going to bake it for 40 minutes with the foil on, and then for the last 20 minutes I will take the foil off so that it gets a chance to brown off a little. I haven't decided, brush the tops of the potato with a little bit of melted butter if I feel that it needs it. But that's my oven just heated up. You can see there we're having steak tonight, so that's my steak just coming up to room temperature. And this is going to go in, and it's on a low shelf. And why did I use that? I don't know. Right, there we go. That's going in. Computer, set timer 40 minutes.
40 minutes, starting now.
So that's going in for 40 minutes. Then, as I say, we will turn it up for the last 20, and we'll see you when, we'll see you when we take it out. Because even after I take it out, it's got to have another 10 minutes sit before I serve. Right then, it is almost finished. I think we've got about 30 seconds left. I've got my steak sitting there ready to pop in and cook, and I've oiled the steak and not the pan. That's just a little by the by. I've got me a lid over here somewhere, my oven gloves, and it's looking delicious. So that's going to rest whilst I cook my steak, and my steak rests. But I will cover it with foil, the foil that the foil that I took off. And oh, that smells fabulous. Right, there you have our bake au gratin. Call it what you will, but I'm going to leave it to stand for 10 minutes or thereabouts. I'm going to cover it whilst I cook my steak. So next time you see this, it'll be dished up on my plate. Right then, this has had its nice rest and it's sunk down and hopefully, excuse me, what am I saying, hopefully absorbed most of the liquid. And I'm just going to cut it and get a big scoop out. Might as well use the steak. Oh yes, right, there we are. So that looks really nice. I'm looking forward to getting on the outside of that. Oh, it smells divine. There we go. There is our potato and butternut squash gratin, bake, call it what you will, but we need to taste it, don't we? Right then, let's just show you once more, a bit closer I think. There we go, there is our gratin with steak, with roasted tomatoes, a little bit of salad and some peas, but the only thing we're interested in is this gratin. And it's as soft, I think it's soft as anything. It's not soft as in mushy, but it's really easy to cut into. There we go. All right. Right, you can get, obviously you can taste everything. You can taste the potato, you can taste the butternut squash, you can taste the onion, you can definitely taste the garlic. Do you know what? Made with carrot, this would be delicious. So you don't, most of us have carrots in and potatoes in and onions in, don't we? Garlic. Cream, possibly not. But don't forget you can use that on the afters as well. So let's just give you another good look. And Oh my goodness. Right. That's a keeper. That's, dare I say it, that's a must bake. I'm going to go through and finish this. So thank you for watching this episode of In the Kitchen with Pen. If you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. If you've got any comments, write them down below. I'm happy to reply. Please share on all your social media. And if you would, I'd really appreciate it if you'd give us a hype. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye bye.